Welcome to the warm-up and workout queries for the having clause. Let us start by using the classic models database. Pause this video now and please attempt the following 4 queries. Hopefully you've had a chance to successfully attempt these queries. Let us now take a look at their solutions. The first query asks you to list the country of offices and the number of employees that work in the country if that number is greater than 3. So we are going to work on 2 tables, the offices table joined to the employees table. On offices.officecode is equal to employees.officecode. Now we want the country, and so in this case country of the office, and the number of employees that work on that from that country. So we're counting employee number, and we are asked to group by country to give us the count. Now I don't want all the countries listed. I want only those countries listed if the number of employees that work in the country is greater than 3. So I shall add a having clause to this query. Having count of employee number to be greater than 3. Once I do this and run this query, I see that I only get 3 countries, USA, France, and Australia listed, where the number of employees working from that country is greater than 3. The next query asks us to list the country and the number of customers present in each country if the country has 5 or more customers. And so, very similar to the previous query, we're going to select country and we're going to count customer number. In this case, we're just going to grab the customers table because we don't need to join any other tables to this. In this case, we want to group by country. And the reason we want to group by country is because we want the number of customers in each country. But we only want those countries that have 5 or more customers. So we shall add a having clause, having count of customer number greater than equal to 5. If you run this, you get the following countries that have at least 5 or more customers in them. The next query asks us to list out the name of the customer and the average payment amount if they made 3 or more payments. So this is a slightly more interesting query. In this case, I want to select from the customers table and I want to join the payments table on customers.customer number is equal to payments.customer number. Now, I want to select the name of the customer, so customer name, and the average payment amount made, so the average of amount. Normally, I would just, and I do, group by the customer name. When you run this query, you get the name of the customer and the average payment amount made. However, there is a twist to this query because they want only those customers that have made 3 or more payments. Right? And so we have to include a having clause. But in this having clause, I am not restricting by the average amount paid. I am restricting by a count of specifically check number. This count of check number has to be greater than or equal to 3. And we see the following results. We've gone from 98 rows to 53 rows, and we see that these 53 customers have paid at least 3 checks and the average amounts of their payments. And so here's one of the things that we realize about the having clause. In a having clause, we can use an aggregation even if the aggregation is not listed out in the select. It is still an aggregation on the name of the customer. Let's take a look at another query. Write a query to list out the product line and the number of products present in the product line if the average MSRP of products in the product line is greater than the overall average MSRP of all products. So, similar query to the previous one, I want to select the product line and the number of products present in the product line, and this is from the products table. Now, I'm going to group by product line. However, there is a restriction present. I want the average MSRP of products in the product line. We want this average MSRP of products in the product line to be greater than the overall average MSRP of all products. And so the overall average MSRP is select average MSRP from products. And I get the following two rows returned. I have two product lines whose average MSRP is greater than the average MSRP of all products. This concludes the warm-up and workout video for the having clause. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.